This is Michael coming to you from Build a Better Body. Today we're going to be talking about how to boost the immune system, the first episode. And we're going to talk about it from 4 different perspectives. The first perspective is going to be in this first episode, talking about water. So, as some of you may know, if you are a Bible-believing Christian, that when God created the heavens and the earth, He created it from a foundation of water. It says that in the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth was without form and void. And the Spirit of God was hovering over the surface of the deep waters. And then God said, "Let there be light." The fact that before God began to create, there was water upon which He was hovering over is notable. Similarly, our beginnings, our origins, each and every single person who came out of a woman, we say that when you were born, when you were about to be born, the cardinal sign was her water broke. You were formed and shaped in water. You came out 90% water and you dip down now. Maybe some of you are all about 60, 70%. And the older you get, the less water that's in you. And you find out that a lot of people physically go from being plump raisins or plump grapes to pruny raisins, all shriveled up. And you think that it only impacts your skin, but actually it hits you a little deeper. Imagine if your brain cells don't have enough water because of chronic dehydration on a daily basis, what do they function like? How do they go about doing the chemical reactions that they do on a daily basis efficiently? And same thing when it comes to the immune system. The immune system is traumatized. And what happens is whenever there is low resources and everybody's trying to share and everybody's trying to get it to the right places, the places of most necessity, the body begins to turn into a ghetto of sorts where there are many demands but very little resources, and the supply is not there to distribute. So we prioritize and the body begins to get stressed out. And anybody knows, well, many medical professionals know that when your body is stressed, it releases steroids. And for those of you that have ever gotten poison ivy or have ever gotten a rash, they'll give you a corticosteroid, right? So your body releases these things, which decreases the ability of the immune system to do what the immune system does on many different angles, from many different angles. You see, histamine increases, and when histamine increases, you're more likely to have an immune response called an allergic reaction to pollen or things like that. So the body automatically tells the bone marrow to down-regulate, right? To settle down. Don't pump out as many antibodies. Instead of pumping out interleukin-1, it pumps out something called interleukin-2, which tells the bone marrow to quiet down. It tells the adrenal glands to pump out things like aldosterone and cortisone. Cortisol, all different kinds of steroid hormones that are pumped out to pull back water into the body by releasing aldosterone, pulling back salt, pulling back water, and taking all that water and injecting it back with something called vasopressin back into the cells that need water most. If you've ever heard of a diuretic, there's something called an anti-diuretic hormone that your body produces. And it pulls back water. And it pulls it back for the purpose of redistributing it to the right places. And it uses histamine and ADH to do that very thing. So, a lot of the discomfort that we feel when it it comes to allergies or difficulty breathing, comes because the body's trying to ration water, and it's doing its best to work out a crisis, a shortage. And it can only do that for so long. It's an emergency response, but we cause our bodies to live in a state of emergency. And therefore we treat an emergency with another emergency. So the appeal is for us to treat ourselves like we are kings and queens unto our God, and to become better stewards of our bodies, to give our body better management, and to be motivated recognizing just how valuable you are, just how valuable I am. I believe that my body and your body is worth more than its weight in gold. And if you believe that, and if you believe that you've bought a really expensive car, you're not just going to drive it anyhow. You're not just going to put anything in this temple anyhow. You're only going to put the best because you deserve the best. So, one goal that I want to propose to you, those of you that are listening, is I want to encourage you to try to aim to drink a gallon of water a day if you don't have any underlying diseases like renal failure. And obviously implement these things under the supervision of a doctor. But I will say that it takes a lot of water. Well, it's hard to overdose on water. So my name is Michael, coming to you from Build a Better Body. Remember to like, comment, subscribe. If you have any questions, we're about to go live here in a few minutes or in 5 seconds. All right, farewell.